In this issue of Comic Sans, we'll take a look at our weekly top 10 pull list, and we're also going to review a book about dragons.
Don't you know that you're a grown up? No games, no puns. Not allowed if you're a grown up.
Welcome to issue 13 of Comic Sans. As a Gen Xer, I grew up most of my adult life without comic books or sans comics.
And so in this weekly series, we take a look at indie books you probably haven't heard of. This week we're going to take a look at Zinnober from Scout Comics about a girl and her dragon lust.
This week up on the roundtable, we've got Zinnober, issue number 1, from Scout Comics, written by Thorsten Brochhaus and Ralph Singh, art by Ralph Singh. 20 years ago, dragons returned to Earth and laid waste to human civilization. Claire, a young girl who lost her parents to these primeval creatures, seeks to avenge her family's death with the help of a young scientist, while also plagued by a mysterious dragon cult. That's a whole lot in one issue.
Oh, yeah. Yes, there was a lot in this issue. What I liked was the addition of dragon cultists.
Okay.
I play a lot of D&D. Shocker, a guy on a comic show plays Dungeons & Dragons. But dragon cultists show up in D&D a lot. So I thought that was an interesting kind of twist to add to this, because anything can happen with dragon cultists. As you know, they may worship dragons, but the dragons don't always return the favor.
Now, Mark, that was something you and I had talked a little bit about. You were interested in the cultists as well.
Yeah, that was kind of my favorite detail of the book, too, because I really want to see, do the cultists have ceremonies? Do they actually have contacts with the dragons? Do they have any actual relationship?
Right.
Or are they just crazy people like, we worship dragons and it's cool that you ate us. It fits in our religion.
Right.
You know, are there going to be the other characters going, dudes, they don't care about you. Cut it out.
Right.
Get on the right side here.
Sure.
I'm curious to see how that plays out.
It does look really interesting. I mean, for me, this whole story just in one issue, which, you know, this is from Scout Comics in Europe. So this guy who publishes this, he's a partner over in Europe. That's why it had an odd number of pages. It wasn't the standard 24 or 32 that we see here.
20 pages usually what we're getting in the US.
So it was like 23, I think, or something like that. It was kind of an odd number, but it was really cool because, to me, the story is very reminiscent of an old movie called Reign of Fire.
Yeah.
That was the guy who played Batman in the Dark Knight series. He was in that, as well as
Matthew
McConaughey.
Yeah, with the shaved head and beard.
Yeah. And a battle axe.
Right.
I'm waiting for somebody to roll through this comic with a battle axe.
I know,
and
right?
Go, nah.
Especially if you go, all right. Right.
Yeah, no, wait, we have explosions. Let's go with that option.
So it's really cool. I want to see if they, because kind of like there's similarities in a lot of books and films. You had 28 Days Later with that opening scene and how similar it was to the Walking Dead opening scene in the first issue. And you have these kind of parallels between film and movies, and not even talking about the ones that are direct tie-ins to comic books. So I'm interested to see if they continue along that front, if it's going to be similar to that storyline, or if they move in a different direction and it completely goes off the rails. I'm hooked either way. So let's get into our ratings a little bit, Jason. Tell us a little bit about, your impressions of the book, what you thought.
Well, I liked it. It did remind me of Reign of Fire to begin with, which that movie was fun, but but I really like the addition of the dragon cultists, like we said before, because I think that gives it a different hook that this could be expanded over many issues. And plus, the dragons look great in it, and especially that dragon on the cover there is awesome. Yeah. So I give it 3 3/4 tokens.
Wow, nice. Mark, what about you?
Yeah, and the same for me. What really hooked me and gave me something different was the cultists popping up and not knowing what their interaction would be in relationship. So that's what I'm curious to see. The art is very good. The covers are super nice.
Right.
Really reminds me of when I worked at game companies. We had great covers for the games.
All right.
These remind me of that. And that it's great. So I agreed with Jason, really 3 3/4 tokens.
Wow. Okay. Well, I went just slightly higher. I enjoyed the book a lot. I really dug into the story a little bit. I was kind of sad that we only have the one issue out right now, but that's also awesome that we got the issue really early. Right. Thank you, Scout Comics. We appreciate that. I'm definitely going to get all the issues that come out after this and just keep on with the series unless it just completely bottoms out, which I don't think it will. I think it's got some good dialogue. That was something that really hooked me in. So I gave it 4 tokens out of 5. So there you go. If you guys want to, I'm sure you can pick it up at your local comic book shop right away. Today on the Comic Sans Weekly Top 10 Pull List. From Burger Books, a disturbed 15-year-old girl becomes obsessed with Flying Woman in She Could Fly, issue number 1. From IDW, on the eve of the First Crusade, the fate of the world rests in the hands of a disgraced soldier, an assassin, an orphan, a scribe, and a thief. It's Real Science Adventures, The Nicodemus Job, issue number 1. From Mad Cave Studios, in the year 2055, Detroit is a nightmarish city in need of salvation. A series of brutal murders have taken place, and Detective McCormick has 72 hours to solve the case in Midnight Task Force, issue number 1. From Scout Comics, after their run-in with a cult of dragon worshippers, Claire, James, and Andrew make their way out of the London subway tunnels to take care of some unfinished business in Zinnober, issue 2. From Scout Comics, the breakout hit for 2018 is back. Amanda fights to save her daughter and close friends from an unstoppable foe in Stabbity Bunny, issue number 6. From Aftershock, it's the story of a future where intergalactic travel is possible thanks to something called the Galactic Relay, which creates a universe-spanning empire that demands conformity in Relay, issue number 1. From Marvel, an alien invasion hits New York City, and the only one who can stop it is Spider-Man? It's Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 1. From Hero Tomorrow Comics, the tap dance killer has a new partner, Punchline the Clown, who is punching tickets on his revenge tour in Tap Dance Killer, issue number 2. From Titan Books, a gorgeously rendered epic fantasy with dueling brothers at its heart, Coninger is the ultimate fusion of Game of Thrones and Warcraft. It's Coninger, War of Crowns, issue number 2. From Boom Studios, a special map leads intrepid adventurers Pogo and Rex on an epic journey. One problem? They've lost the map in Ruined World, issue number 1. All right, guys. Another great episode, issue of Comic Sans.
Lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13. We're talking about dragons, and we've got all kinds of apocalypses in malls.
Goes with
happening.
one of our old 90s comics, Gen 13.
Right, there you go. Nice. So I really enjoyed it. Jason, thank you as always.
Love this book, yeah.
Absolutely. Mark, thank you for being here and all dressed up. We appreciate that. And we'll see you guys next time.
Don't you know that you're a grown up?
Subscribe to Gen X Grown Up by clicking right here and enable notifications so you won't miss a thing. Use the comments down below to tell us what you think, and while you're there, a thumbs up would be great too. Please share this online wherever you hang out. Connect with GXG on social networks by clicking right here.
Basically, life sucks as a grown up.